everyone, it is Dani and welcome to this update this afternoon. I hope you're doing good. It is the end of another work week, so let's get into what's happening. And we can see that there is some action in the Caribbean. We've got two tropical waves that are moving through, thus enhancing all of the rain and thunderstorms around, especially this afternoon. Also see that it is active in parts of the southeastern United States and offshore. And as we head out into the Atlantic, though, things are kind of quiet because there is just so much dust out there, all that dry air and dust associated with the Saharan area that's kind of choking out all of the moisture right now. So we don't see a ton of things happening in the main development region. It is going to be quiet for now, but there are those hints as we head to the latter part of July and into next month, August. In parts of northern South America, such as the Guyanas, there is an increase in shower and thunderstorm activity this afternoon. Let's zoom to the Caribbean, and here we are seeing a lot of convection pushing into Central America, associated with one of the tropical waves in the region. So it's moving to the west, and we can see a lot going on in parts of the Yucatan, of Mexico and Belize, even the Keys as well, parts of Guatemala. Also, as we head to sections of Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, a few spots in Panama also a bit active, so you can let me know what's happening for you. But sometimes with these tropical waves, we see so much activity, and this can even lead to flooding. So should you be encountering any floodwaters, do not take any unnecessary risks. Don't attempt to drive through those flooded roadways or to cross those bridges, just so that you can protect yourself best as possible. Also, in parts of Jamaica and Cuba, even Hispaniola, we're seeing those thunderstorms popping up this afternoon. Not something out of the norm, but we see that it is a bit more active in the northeastern Caribbean. So for especially the Leeward Islands, the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, lots of showers and thunderstorms around. And that is associated with the second tropical wave in the Caribbean. So that is also around, helping to enhance all of the moisture. Not expected to develop. Nothing is marked for development. As I said, it's going to be a bit quiet for now, but there are the hints of seeing things resume very soon. Pertaining to the rainfall forecast for today, let's go ahead and take a look at it really through today and into tomorrow morning as well. So this is what Euro is showing. We can see very colorful towards Central America. Once the graphic gets more colorful, that is a sign of a lot more rain expected. So maybe up to an inch of rain across Central America, parts of Mexico, Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, maybe even a few spots in El Salvador. So, as I said, there's going to be that flood potential, especially in those low-lying areas, those more vulnerable places. San Andreas and Providencia may also be quite active for those two offshore Colombian islands. Then, as I said, there are some thunderstorms popping up in and around Jamaica this afternoon, especially for some of our western parishes. So that's happening, and also similar thing in Cuba. Much not going on as of now for the Cayman Islands. And then as we go to Hispaniola, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands through the Lesser Antilles, there could be some additional rain, especially those heavy downpours in the northeastern islands. ABC Islands should remain hot and dry, unfortunately, as we head throughout the rest of today and into tomorrow, especially the island of Aruba, up to the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, parts of Florida. As we saw for the U.S., there is some action in some areas. That's going to continue. Northern South America, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, French Guiana, especially the north, there is likely to be some downpours and thunderstorms, additional downpours and thunderstorms. So that is it in terms of the rainfall forecast, and this is the map depicting the axes of our two tropical waves. So we see the first one with its axis to Central America, the second one with its axis within the Eastern Caribbean. So we've got that going on. And in addition, let's look at the dust forecast, because the dust, as I mentioned at the start of the video, the dust is really what's helping to keep things quiet across the main development region right now. So let's go on to it. We can see all these brown shadings, and the darker the brown, the higher the concentration of dust. There you have the time. As we head into tomorrow, Saturday, going into the start of the new week, we're going to see that plume moving in, moving across the Caribbean islands, the Greater Antilles, eventually headed to the Gulf of Mexico. Could even bring some hazy skies to parts of the United States as well. And it doesn't end there. We still see more plumes stretching across the Atlantic basin, the main development region rather, and to the Caribbean. So that is what's going on. And it's been the story for a while, especially since Hurricane Beryl. And as I've mentioned in previous videos, this is kind of well needed, this little break in tropical activity, because so many places are recovering. There's definitely those ongoing recovery efforts for Jamaica. Some customers are still without power even now over 2 weeks since Beryl's passage. And then, of course, in islands such as Carriacou, all of those efforts, those recovery efforts are still ongoing. So many places have been ravaged already, and that was only at the start of hurricane season. Things are quiet now, but will be picking up as we head into next month. And of course, I'm going to keep you posted as per usual. So that's what I wanted to share with you in this update video this afternoon. And if you do have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll get to you when I have the chance to do so. And remember to always be weatherwise.